Hey everybody, there's a little Moby for you. The song's called Beautiful. You gotta check him out. I don't know if you know about him. He was big in the 90s and early 2000s, but he still performs here and there. He does DJ, he does regular write songs, he plays instruments, and he sings. He does it all. Guy's really talented. His great uncle, I believe it was the author of Moby Dick. That's why he calls himself Moby. So if you don't know him, check him out. You probably do though. Let's get to our trading here. We first actually economic news. Not a whole lot today. There was news. Factory orders missed. So it's pretty comical if you think about it. Just yesterday, the government reported that manufacturing was better than expected. This morning, they announced factory orders less than expected. It's almost like whatever agencies are compiling the data, one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. It's impossible. You can't have manufacturing data better than expected, yet factory orders less than expected. You know, the two just don't jive. They should be moving in correlation with each other. Either that or the estimates are too high or too low on one of the two, which again usually doesn't happen, right? Because the analysts, they're not. They're not fifth graders coming out of grammar school. You know, these are highly educated people, so they know what they're doing. So something is definitely amiss there. And you have to believe, obviously, from everything we're seeing, the economy is extremely weak. First quarter negative growth of negative 0.7%. Lord only knows what the second quarter is going to be. The GDP now forecast by the Atlanta Fed for the second quarter is showing growth of, I believe, last estimate I read, which was updated was it yesterday, was 0.7%, basically negating the contraction in the first quarter. But we'll see. That gets updated. I believe it's weekly or every 2 weeks. It's supposed to be the latest projections for the GDP, which obviously can be wrong, but it's usually very accurate. Anyway, let's get to our trades. We had one trade here. We still have our correlation trade on the Canadian dollar yen, pound yen. It's down slightly. We do have another position on a swing / scalp trade of pound US dollar. That we're down in the neighborhood of 17 or 18 pips last look. We have our stop in place in case we get stopped out. We have our profit in place, and we're also monitoring it. And we had this trade, Euro Canadian dollar, which we went long 1.37452. We announced this plenty of time for you guys to act on it. It was a beautiful wedge pattern. If you drew a line from this top here down, and then these bottoms going back, to one day last week, there's a beautiful wedge being formed, and it's going to break one way or the other out of that wedge. Our algorithm was indicating a break north, and sure enough, the algorithm was dead on. We got a call to go long after it broke that wedge pattern by about 15, 20 pips, something like that. So we got long 1.37452, and we put our profit target in just ahead of the figure of 1.38000. We got out 1.37950. This happened while we were not in the office overnight. Unfortunately for us, I mean, we put it in. When we came in, it was trading above the figure. It was trading around, I believe it was trading in the 20s when I looked, 1.38, 2021 area. And you can see what it did. It busted through the figure. It ran all the way up into the mid 20s, pulled back or hung around the figure, and then made another run late this morning, another 100 pips all the way up to 1.39. So if you were in this trade, it was a layup. I mean, we picked up 49.8 pips, adjusted for size 9.9. It was good for over 100 pips. So you had plenty of opportunity to pick some up there. Actually, it was good for, what am I talking about? It was good for over 150 pips. So you had a lot of opportunity to pick up some nice profits on that trade. Like I said, we're in pound to dollar, which we're down on, and we still have the correlation trade, which we're down on. So we'll see what the rest of today gives us. If any signals come out, they'll be coming your way. If you're still trading now, good luck. And we're going to end you with a little bit more of Moby. The song is called Beautiful.